Que lo que, mami? It's your girl Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. Also, did you notice? Also, look at my little friend. She's cute. Like, what adorable. Honestly, the mic, I do have a new gadget, this mic. The mic is cute or whatever, but I feel like my fingers are just like hovering over it because it's too small. So got my little pen to help me out. Did you notice though, girl? I changed my handle. Welcome to the Kayla effect. Honestly, love that name so much more than the only KR, which the only KR for real. But I feel like the Kayla effect just resonates with the chapter of life I'm in and the kind of impact I want to leave and the legacy that I'm creating for myself and what I want people to remember me by. Like, the Kayla effect is literally a place where you see me being my most authentic self, that it inspires you to be your most authentic self. And then it's like a domino effect where my sister always says, be inspired to inspire. And that's the kind of individual that I feel like I've always been. I want to be, where people can see me be authentically myself. This be a safe space for people and a place where we can yap it up, girl. That's why we're here. We're not just here to be pretty faces. But anyways, okay, so where should I start? Well, it's already been almost 2 years since I've graduated university, 2023. Where my class is 3 at? We them girls, for sure. Don't even know how it's been almost 2 years. Life literally just like passing by, and I'm 25 in August. I'm how many months? 4 months. I don't know why. Can you clearly tell math was not my strong suit growing up? Because why did that take me so long to figure out? But yeah, no. 4 months until I'm 25, and I think my frontal lobe is nearly at the point of fully being developed, like they say, because just to think how my thought process on things, where I'm at mentally, like where I want to be at, how I process things, like I said, is just so different than who I was 2 years ago. But anyways, okay, let's start with work. So I actually was let go from my job on Friday, so that was like 3 days ago. I promise I have a soul and I have a heart. I'm just tired of crying about it. So that's why there's like no emotion to this, because it was just out of my control. The organization that I was working for was the Arizona Food Bank Network, and to them, like, oh my god, I love that organization, just what they stand for, the people, the ability to grow as a professional. It was my first job out of college, so it was just an incredible experience. And it wasn't even them who had to let me go. It was like a government, a federal thing, I think. I don't know if that's right. But honestly, so long story short, I was in AMORRR Vista. So I was an external hire through AMORRR, and they're just like slashing the budget with all of the federal cuts happening. So I was one of the people that I said, bye girl. So yeah, that's what happened to me. Fun and cute. I'm like not even mentally prepared to have to find a job. 1, at this current moment, but 2, having to work like a traditional 9 to 5, in the sense of like where you're just complete labor to your company, is just like sickening to me, where I do just like, God, please, Lord, do not set it up for me like that, because I don't want it. So yeah, that's how with that. And also, I'm still working at the coffee shop part-time. That is just like, it was just for extra side money, because my full-time job, it just wasn't paying that much. But I'm very grateful that 1, I still live at home, and 2, girl, that I have that gig. But not gonna lie, this leads into my next point. So I was Miss International last year. Like, I went to Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. Bro, why my camera cut out on me? Girl, rude. So I was Miss International last year. Dominican Republic, Brazil, Thailand, Puerto Rico. And I went to DR twice last year. It was just, I love me. Plátano power. How you know I'm Dominican, papi? Like, my vibe completely. I love the DR. I hope I can retire there one day. Once my dad retires, I'm getting my double citizenship. Like, I will be there. I love DR. I'm half Puerto Rican, if you didn't know that, girl. But I always claim my Dominican side more than my Puerto Rican side. My mom gets so pissed at me. But anyways, yeah, I went to those places last year. Freaking incredible. Every place that I went to. I went to Puerto Rico in April for my cousin's wedding. It's actually like around the time of their 1-year wedding anniversary. So congratulations, family. 2, went to the Dominican Republic right after. But this time, when I've gone to DR, it was to be with family in Bani. But this time I had gone to Punta Cana, and it was like my first time in that area, and that was super great, of course. The water in Saona Beach, amazing. Also, my biggest thing, any trip that I go on, especially if it's like a Caribbean, like beachy trip, I need to be on a boat. I need to be on a boat because the boat thing just always ends up being top tier. Also, I'm trying to stop cussing, so that's why I'm like bleeping my words out, because I'm a sailor. I think I get it from my mom, to be honest. Except I'm actually really good at code switching. I can do it like that, especially if I know, like, okay, girl, you better watch your mouth with this specific group of people. But anyways, so that's why I was in DR. And then for Brazil, we went for my mom's birthday, her 50th birthday. Brazil is actually my top country I've been to thus far. My top country, from the culture, the area, the vibes there were just incredible. And I think I mainly just loved their culture, except one thing that I figured out real quick in Brazil is they have this thing, it's called, they just love to mac lips with one another. And I'm like, ooh, baby, I don't do that. A lot of people think I'm a travesura, but like, that's not me. I keep it real cute, and not gonna lie, when it comes to like dating and anything of that sort, I'm a little shy girl, not gonna lie. Like, unless I know like he's into me, baby, I'm not shooting my shot. Not me at all. So then that's why I was in Brazil. But yeah, Brazil top notch. Like, I need to go for Carnaval one day, because I went in July, which is like their winter season, and that was top tier. I can only imagine what it's like during carnival season. We go on another tangent. You know, it's been a hot minute, because look how long my hair is. Like, can you see it? Remember when I was bald headed and I cut my hair into a bob? It was cute though. It was cute. Not gonna lie. She ate during the duration of me rocking that look, but my hair has grown tremendously fast. Don't worry, I am getting a haircut soon. I mainly just want to have these pieces a little bit shorter to frame my face more. I feel like the layers up here have gotten way too long, and then I think because my hair has grown so much, I've lost a lot of the volume. It might just also be how I style my hair. Also, unpopular opinion, I am a middle part girly through and through. I know curly hair specialists and people who do their thing with curly hair, giving people advice on social media, say not to do the middle part, but the middle part has never failed me, and I will continue to do the middle part. I don't even care. But anyways, and then going back to the traveling era, I recently in December went to Thailand with my mommy. Me and her travel everywhere together. Honestly, I prefer traveling with her girl, don't get offended when I say this, but I like traveling with her more than I like traveling with friends. I just feel like sometimes traveling with friends becomes too complicated, and traveling with my mom is just, overall, I would say it's easy. There's some cons to it, but I get to plan. This is also very selfish, and I'm thinking about my own self-interest, not gonna lie, but traveling with her, I'm able to do the things that I really want to do, and she's just down for anything, so it just works out in my favor anyways. So yeah, that's why I love traveling with her. And then I went to a couple different cities when this past year: Vegas, Boston, DC, San Diego. I went to Boston twice, and then San Diego. And then I went to North Carolina also last year too. So that was great, amazing. I just love traveling. It just, like, I don't know about you, but it just fills my soul, makes me so happy. And it also has solidified that I want to be a nomad one day. I don't want to have one specific place to live. At least, like, in my 30s or before I, like, seriously settle down. Who knows if I'll ever find a husband, you guys. I'm still wondering myself. Girl, who knows if I'll ever find a husband. I'm still wondering myself. These men played too much and they've met their match. It's not me, girl. It's not gonna be me, Boogie. Like, you are not finna play in my face. Yeah, that's the tea with that. And then also, I don't know if God, this literally transitions perfectly. Girl, hear me out. Hear me out, sister. I don't know if, like, God's doing these things because my future man's is coming. Like, my husband is coming and get a ring on it soon enough. Who knows? But I've never in my life received so much attention before, where it's kind of overwhelming. I think it's just because I grew up being, like, the friend in the background. Not necessarily because I wasn't, like, main character, but in the era of high school and junior high that I went, like, during that era, people who look like me were not the desired type. Especially, I was a lot tanner and darker during those years because I played softball. So I was not the one they was going after, sister. So now, as I'm, like, fine as or whatever and, like, doing my thing, I honestly think it's just because it's so fun walking into the room like you're the main character. And also, mainly because I played small for so long, now I have just a confidence that I didn't have before. So I just be walking in the room like, and what about it? I know I'm cute. So, I know, girl. I know. I tell myself, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, okay, sis, do your thing. Anyways, I had to get a little bevy. ASMR. First of all, I am through and through sparkling water girly. It is low sugar, low calories. One thing about me, I'm not drinking my calories in a drink. No. Not me at all, girl. I don't do that. So are you ready for the ASMR? Oh, yeah. The peach Waterloo flavor and the lime one is my shit. And it tastes good, and it's zero sugar and 0 calories. Like, yeah. Sign me up. Okay. To continue. This past year, I went on a date. That didn't work out. I honestly think it didn't work out because I feel like I'm somebody where, I don't know if you can relate to this, I feel like I need someone who can hold conversation and just isn't just a listener. So that's why I feel like dating that person didn't work out. Also, he was much older than me, which I know I need a grown man. Like, I know it for a fact I need a grown man. Like, these little boys in these streets who are, like, my age is not gonna suffice. But, because just the experiences I've had with guys in my age, it's like, this is why you're a little boy to me. Let me kiss you on your forehead. Mwah. because it's just, you can tell they're not developmentally there. And I feel like, although yes, I have my childish ways, I'm a lot more mature than, which women tend to be, than guys in my age bracket. But yeah, anyways, with him. And then also he had a kid. Can't do that. Cannot do that. I know if I meet the right one, maybe I will do that. And if they have a child, we'll make it work. But at this given moment, I ain't trying to be no stepmama girl. And I know you ain't trying to be one either. So I know you can relate. I know you can relate, girl. But yeah, that's what happened with that. And then I talked to, this is the real tea, Dominican and Venezuelan. And that didn't work out either. Mainly because I feel like, well, one, the tea is they know of my dad. Yeah, I know. Don't ask me why I did it. It was for the plot. It was for the plot, girl. It was for the plot. Don't worry. Which I kind of don't even know why I did it anyways, because I'm like, I know this is not going to go anywhere. Well, one, mainly because I feel like I need someone with substance. And if I can't have a serious conversation with you, yes, all of our conversations don't need to be serious, but if I can't have a serious conversation with you, this is never going to work out. And also, if I message you something and you completely disregard it, like, it's really not going to work out. And I also feel like, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, if you claim to, like, want to get to know somebody, want to pursue somebody, and that you're starting to, like somebody, where's the logic of just leaving them on scene for days at a time and then popping up again? Like, I'd rather just have you left me on scene the entire time, especially if you're viewing my social media. Like, who do you think you are? Like, do you know who I am? Like, do you know who I am? That's why that didn't really work out. I think the number one reason was because of that, and two, it was just like in the back of my brain. I respect my parents so much, and I respect my dad so much, knowing that these people even knew of him. Yeah, I can't remember where I was at, but oh yeah. Okay, so I think that was mainly the reason where I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work out. I feel like I am somebody where I can just hold conversation really well naturally, where being around people who can't do that, I'm just like, literally like, ooh, not me at all, not my vibe. And especially if you're gonna be my man and you think you can hold a conversation, like, this is gonna be that. Don't bore me. And I straight up will tell a man that, like, you're boring me. But next victim that I'm gonna expose my non-existent dating life will be, and drumroll please. Okay, I met a little fine little Colombian, like, I think it was the accent that got me. I think it was the accent. I've never heard a Colombian accent before, and that accent was like, I wanted to eat him up. Yeah. But it didn't work out. It didn't work out either. I think I'm just gonna go, I'm in the era of talking stages that just don't work out. Yeah. Okay. Long story short, I know the reason that situation didn't work out was because, one, I think men just in Latin America just don't know how to flirt, or maybe they just don't know how to flirt with me, or I'm not interpreting what they're saying as flirting. I don't know. And it's like, how many times are you gonna tell a woman she's beautiful? Clearly, I know you're attracted to me because you approached me. You're not gonna approach someone that you think is ugly. And it also brings me back to when people, like, overemphasize that they think I'm, like, super attractive, is when I was in college, I was, like, extremely overly sexualized and feeling like I'm somebody where people just want to experience me. Like, a man just wants to experience me, and they like the idea of me. Is just so ick to me. It's not me at all. Like, I don't care how attractive you are. If you're the richest man in the world and you're trying to court me, like, if I'm not into it, I'm not into it. If I feel like I can't have a solid conversation with you, it's just not gonna work. And on top of that, what is it with another man my age? And see, like, you see, girl, it's just not meant to be with men my age. Like, why are you taking a week to respond? And I'm thinking I'm gonna respond. Like, are you fucking crazy? Are you crazy? Especially, I feel like it's different if you're like super busy and you just not have been on social media. Like, that's like barely sliding, but I don't even think I would let that slide. But if you're actively viewing someone's stories, like, there's just no way you're not on your phone. The day and age that we live in, people are on their phone all the time. Like, it's just not, no. I will never be able to understand that concept. And it's just like, you expressed that you were interested in me. I didn't even come up to you. Like, you asked for a way to connect with me. I didn't do that. It's like, no, I did not do that. And then they want to do all this. Like, what was the reason? We could have just ignored each other, honestly. Like, hey, how are you? Like, have a good night. So yeah, that's the tea with that. And then also the other day I was outside and this guy literally lied about his name. And how I found out was my friends and I were sitting at the table getting ready to leave. This random guy approaches us, chatting it up, trying to riz it up, mainly just to FUCK us. I don't know what he was into, but he was into something. He literally was like, oh, I'm here for my friends, like, this weekend, bachelorette, da-da-da. I'm like, okay, cool. I met some guy like this tonight who was also talking about that. Mind you, his friend was like chatting it up with me for like 30 minutes. And like, honestly, I was kind of feeling it. And it was good flowing, easy conversation. And it was good vibes. It just nothing ended up coming out of that. But it was good vibes until he pretty much was like trying to harass me to go back to the Airbnb there today. And it's like, if a girl says no, she says no. Like, stop harassing her to try to hang out with you. Like, stop trying to force someone to hang out with you. It's fucking weird and it's disgusting and it's not a good look. His friend was like, I was like, oh, like, I met this guy too. And then I saw him. I was like, oh, him. He goes, ooh, excuse me, girl. He goes, oh my gosh, his name. He goes, that's not his name. He's like, you know how girls lie about their names? He gave you a fake name. And I'm like, oh my God. What a freaking fraud, bro. What a fraud. And then I told the guy, I was like, so if your friend lied to me I don't even know if any of the conversation is true. I was like, what makes you think I'm going to believe you? What makes you think that? So I just was like, another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. But I'm like at the point where I feel like every encounter I'm learning something, where before I was just like I was just so anti like talking to anybody, dating. I think mainly because I'm still like internally, I know I'm getting older, but I also feel like until I leave home, that's when I'm really gonna feel grown, because I still live at home, thank God. Oh, love my parents, love them down, girl, because they've saved me so many times that I can think of. And this day and age, the rent, I ain't leaving, girl. You ain't leaving either until you got that bread stacked up. And if it's bearable to live at home, girl, you better live at home. So yeah, anyways, that's what's been happening in my dating, talking stage, whatever you want to call it, life. So yeah, I'll update you, girl, if there's any other chatter about these little boys. But that's it for now. And honestly, I'm just going with the beat of the drum. I think for so long I was just so focused on trying to rush things, where like everything's gonna work out how it's supposed to. I'm going to figure it out. I'm gonna get to my career. I'm gonna make a lot of money. I'm gonna still be able to travel the world. I'm gonna go back to school, God willing. All of it's gonna work out for my good. But to wrap this up, I'm back on the tube, girl. I'm here to stay. Not gonna lie, I fell off mainly because I struggled with the idea of finding my place in an oversaturated market. I feel like, and I just like really struggled with that, but now I'm just like, you know what, we ball, like you won't know until you try. And I'm so grateful for even having 300 subscribers. Like I started with 0, you know what I mean? People are watching my content, people want to see me win, and I think not trying will be more of a regret than not, like if this doesn't go anywhere, you know? So I'm back. I also love just to chatting up, and I love sharing my life. Okay, girl, honestly, I also think it was just because I had no desire to like want to share my life with people last year. Besides like photos, I just didn't really feel like in the mood to record for YouTube. I was just not feeling it at all. I was just like, ugh, like I just didn't have it in me. So here I am 1 year later. We're back though. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, tell your mama, tell your friend, tell your homegirl, tell whoever you gotta tell, because the Kayla effect is on and poppin'. Okay, bye. I'll see you next week.